Pastor Reynolds, any invocation that may be offered before the official start of the meeting of the Fayette County Commissioners shall be the voluntary offering of a private citizen to and for the benefit of the County Commissioners. The views or beliefs expressed by the invocation speaker have not been previously reviewed or approved by the County Commissioners and do not necessarily represent the religious beliefs or views of the County Commissioners in part or as a whole. No member of the community is required to attend or participate in the invocation, and such decision will have no impact on their right to actively participate in the business of the County Commissioners. Pastor John Reynolds from Calvary Baptist, would you announce yourself?
I'm John Reynolds from Calvary Baptist. Let us pray. Father, thank you so much for this day you've given us. It's beautiful. And God, we thank you that every good and perfect gift comes from above. And we are thankful, God, today, Lord, for our county commissioners. We're thankful for every person of influence in our county that points people to you. And God, we pray today, Father, that you would just help those that are hurting. We think of the drug problem we have. We think of a lot of people that are struggling. And I even think of 2 families in our community, God, that are hurting as a result of yesterday. So God, I just pray that you bring encouragement, bring hope to our county. And God, even in this meeting, we pray that you would lead, guide, direct, give wisdom, give your mind, give your heart. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you.
I call the meeting of the County Board of Commissioners to order. Y'all please stand for the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Make a motion for approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
So moved. I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Highway Department, Mr. Form,
Good morning.
you ought to have a good report for us today.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. Been chip sealing. I'd say after 4 o'clock today, we'll have 24.5 miles already laid and chipped. Last week we was pretty busy on trees. Started guys on 410s, and I think it kind of jinxed us because we did more than that last week. We chipped sealed during the day, picked up trees at night. The tank, our total tank, gonna get it set up tomorrow. And if you guys allow me, I'm gonna have to rent a crane. It's gonna cost $1,200 because the height is 40 feet high. It's gonna lift 10,000 pounds, and it's just gonna be too awkward for the grade all. Grade all won't get that high. If you guys are okay with that, then I'll go ahead and give them a call today. And then they're gonna come in tomorrow. I needed a certified welder. Got a hold of McCombs. He's gonna be there at noon tomorrow. And Cliff from Total Tank, he's gonna fly in and be there at noon tomorrow. So we'd be good with that if you guys are okay with me getting a crane.
That's it. And you can move some money around.
Yeah, we'll be fine
Okay.
on that part.
Accept a motion to,
So moved. I'll second it.
Got all our millings down there. The county, go ahead.
moved and seconded, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All
Not
right.
much sense having a tank if you can't get it set
I
up.
was gonna say, it'd be laying there on the ground. Got all our millings in, they said it was 7,000 ton. I think we got a little bit more than that. I'd like to take at least a week or 2 to get off chip sealing, start laying some of this millings down. The only reason is we're gonna have a lot more coming from the city. We're gonna run out of room putting these millings, for these millings, so. That's about it, other than storms after storms. Unless you guys got anything, if anybody's got anything here, now's the time to do it, because Angie's gone, and I got a guy off, and I gotta get back down there.
On County Road 600 North, that big can that's washed out twice.
That's the thing too.
Or sinkhole.
Yeah, since you brought that up, contractor put that in few years ago, I ain't gonna mention any names or anything like that, because they're good people, but, the issue that we kept having is when they put that in there, they put riprap down as a base for the bed when they laid that can down in there. Well, you can't do that, because water's just gonna trickle right underneath of it. So several times when we get these garlic washers like we've been having, it's been washing it out pretty bad. I mean, it would swallow a car. So every time we end up putting just 53s back into it. Well, I got with Warren on it, and because we basically ran out of money on concrete. So I got with Warren on it and explained everything that was going on with him. He knows what was going on with it, and let him know wash it out again, it's gonna need some flowable fuel pumped into it. So all we had to do was wait a couple days and got another garlic washer washed out. So yesterday we ended up digging it out, dug around the sides of it, pumped it both sides with flowable fuel, hoping for the best.
Okay.
If it does it again, then the thing's gonna have to be brought back out. And what I recommend is the riprap's gonna have to come up out of there.
Yes.
And I don't think our grade off's capable of picking it up. I don't know for sure, but, you know, we're willing to try it.
You mean picking the can up?
Pick the whole, yeah, that's a big do. But, yeah, it's been going on for a good while. Hopefully this fixes it.
Okay.
Okay, I got two of them for you.
Okay,
You already know about it, but I want to bring them up so it'll be in the meeting.
okay.
I had a complaint from a Debbie Roberts that lives on 425 South, and another one from Toby Woods that lives on the end of Wicker Road. Both of them are kind of the same problem. You want to go ahead and explain about it?
Yeah, the 425 South, the farmer in the area, he dug a trench. I mean, it's plain to see what he was trying to do. The corner of his field, which is on the north side of the road, collects a lot of water. And it's a new farmer, he's a new guy tilling the ground and everything. Well, in return, all the mud and soot and everything comes off and out of that field, goes right down on the 425 South. And it comes down it's 2 or 3 inches thick. We have ditched it and burned it twice, but when we have these rains, it just fills it right back up, plugs 2 of our culverts. It's really a mess. And that's why I called Mark about it yesterday. I mean, there's nothing, I don't know really, you know, I can't go beating on his door and say, hey, you know, I don't think he had in mind that that's what was gonna happen. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but it's really a big deal when it comes to that down there. And Toby Woods, me and Warren's gonna go down there and have a chat with him.
When you go down there, make sure you go up to the house and talk to them because they got a film they want you to see.
Okay. Yeah, I know Toby, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Seems like there's something else, but I can't think of it. Unless you guys has got something.
So they got Waterloo Road done?
Not yet. They're on 440 today, and then they got a crew down on Everton as well, so.
Okay.
So they're paving in both locations
Yeah.
then? Really?
Yeah, and I told Warren too, I think we've got these reflective, and it probably ain't gonna make a difference, but we got these reflective spinners that we're gonna probably put on these speed limit signs down there, which they'll probably just look at the spinners and not even read the speed limit, but it's gonna be pretty hairy down through there, especially Everton. So.
Okay.
And we get a lot of calls on these culverts, people telling us that they're not big enough, they need to be replaced. Well, the rains we've been having the last 2 weeks, you ain't gonna find nothing. I mean, it is what it is. So, and then we've got some roads that's rutted out, the gravels and stuff. We know it, we're just trying to get to you. That's the thing. So we've been pretty busy. That's about it.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Richard. Appreciate it. Okay. Bill's not here. John?
Is Michael here? Does he have anything today?
Do what?
Do you have anything today?
No.
Michelle Dudley?
I'm here to present 3 bids. I emailed them to you last week for the air conditioning unit at Community Corrections. one of the units was not working at all, and he's recharged it and got it up and temporarily running. Hudson did that, Hudson Mechanical, and he gave a quote to replace the coil, the dryer, and the vacuum down and recharge. It's $1,975, but he could put a brand new unit in for $3,000 with a 10-year warranty. So I called 3 other places to get bids, and 2 of them showed up. The bids are on light units. Hudson to replace that is $3,000. K&K Electric is $4,889.17, and Connersville Heating and Cooling is $3,287. I just as soon replace the unit because we put money in it last year too, for $1,000 difference, and get a brand new unit and with a 10-year warranty.
The current unit, Michelle, is a Carrier, correct? Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. And Connersville Heating and Cooling is replacing it with the same Carrier air conditioning?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what the warranty is on theirs because they didn't specify.
Is this coming from your
Yes.
budget? Okay.
I'll pay it out of CTP funds, which our meeting's next week to get it okay. I just can't see putting $2,000 in to repair something when for $3,000.
Plus you get a warranty.
Yep.
I'll move to approve it.
The lowest bid, Hudson?
Huh?
Hudson, yeah, the Hudson bid. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 3 ayes.
Thank you. The other thing, last council meeting, I got the 144s approved for the new positions that started July 1 from the grant, and to replace 1 employee. And we have interviews set up tomorrow, some, and all day Thursday. I'd like to go ahead and get somebody hired, and then I can bring you those names. I'm in need of help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, thank you very much.
I mean, they're in the budget.
Yes,
Thank you, Michelle.
thank you.
I don't see Dave here. Animal shelter. He presented some landscaping quotes, which I thought were outlandish, but we'll go into that later. He's not here. Health Department, Paula.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
With the passing of the Senate Enrolled Act 1438, it made it possible for counties and municipalities to approve syringe exchanges, harm reduction programs for no more than 2 years. So today, with the continuation of the opioid epidemic, hepatitis C remains to be a big threat in Fayette County. So I am here to request approval for a 2-year period for our harm reduction syringe exchange program.
Can, Paula, not to put you on the impromptu or anything,
No
but
problem.
could you kind of brief the public again what our program is and what we're doing and so on and so forth with this?
Sure. We're available on Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 9 to 12. Any IV drug user, anybody in the public who has concerns for a loved one can come in. We offer not only syringes, but any supplies that can spread disease or infections, which is another big, which lead to heart disease, things like that, amputations. We will provide those for them. Anybody who comes in to sign up, we can give them, if they don't bring any syringes, I will give them up to 20. After that, I can give them what they return to me. So if they bring me those 20 back, I can give them 20 more. If they have 20 laying around, then they give me the 20 plus the 20 that I gave them. I can give them 40 syringes. We do that. We also offer a lot of different services. I've referred several people to treatment. I have probably 10 people in treatment right now. I know of 3 that are in recovery. One of them keeps me posted fairly regularly about his recovery. We've gotten people hooked up with insurance, diagnosed some hepatitis C and got them into treatment. I've done wound care, helped people treat their sores and stuff there in the office. Just a place for people to come.
So you're asking those to come to the office? You're not going out
No.
to different
No,
offsites?
right now, it's in our office. We are looking for another location
Okay.
to offer services. But right now, it's just in our office.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Nope. Oh, and I can also tell you, we have 81 participants. To date, we have received 19,048 syringes and given out 20,220, which the main difference is
The 20.
the 20 that we give
Okay.
initially.
Hepatitis C is not on the rise like it was when we first started this, right?
It is not, last year we saw a decrease.
Yes.
This year, I believe it might be up a little bit. It's not any higher than it was in 2015, but it's a little bit higher than last year, and I believe that's because of awareness, and there's a lot more places for people to get tested. More people know that it's a concern. So I think that's what the increase,
So you'll need a motion from the commissioners to continue a 2-year program then?
yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks, have a
Paula.
good day.
Appreciate what you're doing. Colin, do you have anything for us today?
I do. I have a petition to vacate a public alley. That would be from Bruce, and I can read that, or if you guys just want a copy. But we have to have a public meeting on it within 30 days
Okay.
to close the alley that he was speaking about that's out in Alpine. Yeah, and we also have to give certified mail to anybody that their property abuts the alley, so I'll get with Jane to work out the details on that.
Okay. And you and Jane can set the hearing date?
Yeah, we could
then?
probably do it at our next meeting,
Okay.
as long as it's advertised well.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Dale, do you have anything as council representative?
No, I don't have anything to report.
Okay. And mail, I do have a letter from the State Fire Marshal's Office and the Indiana Fire Alliance. They've been working with Jamie Palmer and her colleagues at the Indiana University Public Policy Institute to collect, survey, and other data on fire and EMS services around the state. Part of that effort includes collecting fire and EMS GIS service boundaries, and they would like to use our GIS. And since it's from the Fire Marshal's Office, I recommend that we allow them to do this. Entertain a motion to approve.
Also moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. And we have no old business, new business.
Under the old business?
Hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. Can we get Joey up here to explain about the glass from the jail?
Oh, okay.
But I'll be in a minute. Joey,
Yes.
could you tell us a little bit about the glass problem we have?
Yeah, I had a few other things too, if I can. The glass that we'd ordered, the Lexian glass, the bulletproof glass for the jail is in. It's a little too thick, so Bill Gray is working with MirrorWorks to get that corrected. They tried to start installing that yesterday, and it's just a little too thick. And Bill, there were some things Bill could have done to try to make it work, but he does not want to do that. We want to make sure that it's right and it's done, and we're not replacing it till I'm long retired, hopefully. So, but it is. It was supposed to be installed Monday. It's okay if I go with the other stuff too, real quick. It'll only take a second. The jail inspector is supposed to be here Friday to follow up on the non-compliance issues that he addressed. We feel that we've addressed all of those, other than the glass, which was ordered, and the airflow, which is something that we had all the ducts cleaned, and found out it's the coils now. So that's something I've talked with you guys individually about. The coils are, Bill's getting quotes on the coils. None of that stuff's been cleaned since that we know of, since 1989 when it was put in. So we're hoping that will take care of the airflow issues, and that will take care of all the maintenance issues that we have. The overcrowding is still obviously going to be an issue. There was a story on Channel 6 News last night about another county. They were talking to another sheriff about it, so we're not the only ones there. But everything that we could take care of inside the jail, I have to give big credit to our jail commander, Leonard Baker, and our jail staff and our inmate workers. They have busted their tails painting. None of that work was outsourced. It was all done within the jail from the jail officers and the inmate workers. They've painted the entire place. They've painted the steel plating that was put in the cell blocks. It's been really, Dale took a tour a few weeks ago, said this place looks great, and it does. To me, it's looked the best I've seen it in 17 years I've been there. So while I don't necessarily care how pretty the jail is, because it's jail, it's something he asked for us to do, and we've done that. So hopefully he will be rescheduling with us. We were under the impression he'd been there last Friday at 9. He didn't show up. We finally reached out, and he had a scheduling conflict. So he will be there hopefully here in the next week or two to see all our good stuff until they start tearing it up again.
Yeah.
Not really. But one other thing, main thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the road deputy position that we have open. Unfortunately, Joe Becker has taken a job with the Andrews Police Department, which is up near Huntington. Joe is doing a phenomenal job for us. Got a better offer for pay. His wife's family's from that area, and something he just felt he couldn't pass up. So unfortunately, we are in the market for a new road deputy. We have scheduled the written and physical test for August 12th, but would like your guys' approval to move forward in that, in hiring someone as an empty spot. It's not creating anything new, and anytime we go down a man, it creates a little chaos. We're not getting in a lot of overtime or anything like that because we're pulling guys from office jobs to fill in, and I'll be working some shifts, so we never creates much overtime at all. But we have several very good applicants that's already applied, so I think we'll be able to choose somebody. And I am looking into possibly trying to do some type of contract with a new deputy, somebody, so we can retain them for longer than a year or two. So I don't like being the farm system for these other departments. So I've sent out an email to the other sheriffs to try to get some samples of what some of them may have, but I think whoever I decide to hire next, the merit board decides to hire next, we will probably try to entertain a contract with them. So first step is having you guys approve us doing that, and the council.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, awesome. August 12th, we'll be at the high school. If any of you guys would be interested in coming out, or the council would be interested in coming out and watch these guys, see if they'll be doing the physical test that day, so it's always pretty interesting. There's usually 30, 35 guys there all competing, so it's actually pretty fun. And you guys may see somebody you have some insight on.
Hey,
Thanks a lot.
Joey,
Yes.
we'd like to thank you guys for all your work on that jail, because we
Yeah.
do appreciate it.
Oh, I will pass that on. Those guys, I'm
Please.
very proud of them, and I will pass it on. That'll mean a lot to them. So they care about the jail. They cared to get these things taken care of. And a lot of people we bought our own pressure washer. One lady, one of the jail officers, Joey Coyle, brought her own pressure washer in from home to try to get stuff done. So they really cared, and I'm really, really proud of them. So, but I will
Thank you.
pass that on. That'll mean a lot. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate what they've done. Thank you.
Leota, under old business that wasn't on the agenda, we tabled a motion, or we had a motion to table a request from Jones Warner Consultants.
Yes.
I've got it
Until-
under new business, I'm sorry.
Oh, you have it under new business?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll do it then.
That's the JWCI,
Okay,
the first one on the list on new business.
all right. I just want to make sure we cover it, since Warren's back.
Yeah. Okay. And the first thing under new business is the Jones Warner contract on the GIS. We conferred with WTH, and it's a limited use contract. So there is no fee to them for that. It's kind of sharing information and not anything major. So I'd accept a motion to approve that contract.
I would make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. And we have a new one from Theorem GEO, who want the GIS data, and that one we get paid for. They're wanting major, and they pay so much GIS, and I think the amount we would get is $1,500.
Is that Warren, is that a one-time use? I mean, are they gonna use that data one time, or is that a continual use, or
I'm not sure, this is the first time I heard about it.
Continuous.
continuous
Yes.
use? So it's a one-time fee, then, they pay
Yes.
for a continual,
They're paying for like a year's worth of being able to access
A
it
year.
as many times.
okay. I'll make a motion to approve as well.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Ginger Shaw.
Good morning, I'm Ginger Shaw. I'm representing the Fayette County Senior Center. We are in the midst of beginning to break ground to start construction to build a building to the west side of the Senior Center. We purchased the land several years ago, and we are now ready to start the construction. It will not be with grant money, it will be money that we currently have and some that we will be borrowing. What we're asking is that there's a building permit fee in the amount of $470. We're asking that the commissioners will waive the fee so we can start, and that would save us some money.
I'll move to approve the waiver.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being none, all in favor, say aye.
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 3 ayes. Thank you, Ginger. This is to house the buses for the transportation service, which is available to all Fayette County residents. They don't have to be handicapped or old. It is a bus service that we have, and many people don't seem to know that there is a transportation service in Fayette County. It's run by the Senior Center, but it is available to all citizens, regardless of age or height or weight or anything else. So if you need a bus ride, give them a call. What's the phone number down there, Ginger?
And one of the things that, you know, that as Leanne is speaking, the garage that we will be building, will also eventually have a work area, bays for cleaning the vans, and an office for the transportation staff. You know, we're available Monday through Friday from 7 till 6 at night. And we have approximately 12 to 14 drivers depending on the time of the year. And we certainly want to take that advantage to keep our vans clean, presentable. And when I started at the center 4 years ago, I thought that it was just for old people in wheelchairs to ride in transit. We transport many, many people of all ages. Some days we'll transfer 200 people a day. We go out of town, we go to the airport in Indianapolis, we can go anywhere in the state of Indiana, and we want people to be aware of. We are very proud of the service we have for Fayette County and wanted to see it continue to grow and prosper for the people of this community. And the garage will certainly help with our customers.
Well, it's always nice not to have to clean a bunch of snow off for the drivers either. in the wintertime.
And we want to make sure that each morning we do a complete maintenance check on the vehicles, oil, tires, gasoline, lights, and we also make sure that the vehicles are clean, and if so, needs to be clean in between riders, we do so then too. We keep them sterilized and ready for the next client.
You mentioned driving to the airport, and that's one of the things I think a lot of people don't realize what a convenience that is. Instead of leaving their car parked at the airport and paying for that up there, they can pay to have the bus take them to the airport, and it'll come back and pick them up whenever they're ready to go home. So it's a...
That way you don't have to park your car, you don't have to worry about the crazy drive on 465, and you don't have to pay for your car to be parked there for a couple of weeks while you're in Florida or elsewhere. And we get you there right up to the terminal, so there's no walking, no parking, no paying for parking.
very convenient service, and a lot of people don't realize how handy that is. And we have it available in Fayette County. Thank you.
And we also have, you know, with our Medicaid program, we can take people to the doctor, hospital for tests, clinics for tests, not only in Connersville, but in Indianapolis, or once again, as I say, anywhere in the state of Indiana. And it can be billed to Medicaid. If there is a physician's name, we can set your appointments with. So there's a lot of things about the establishment down there, and also the activities that we run down there. We're striving to make growth in the community in a positive manner, and we're asking you to help us do that by defraying this cost.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You too.
Next thing on the agenda is department head appointments. And I make a motion to not renew Terry Bennett's appointment as 911 director.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
There was a meeting, advisory board meeting, 911 advisory board meeting Thursday night. To go along with that motion, they sent a non-favorable recommendation to reappoint her as well. So after a bit of discussion and they voted to send a non-favorable recommendation of reappointment.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes.
In lieu of that, I would make a motion that we appoint Jackie Pennington as interim 911 director. She would agree to take that position on until we can properly advertise and campaign for a new director and decide the direction that we want to go with a new director. She said she would be more than happy to take on that responsibility.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Are there any patron concerns today?
I got one. Who else is mentioned? Just let it be known, my name is Craig Mossberg from Posey Township, that NextEra Energy has Atwell Group surveying the county for the wind farm. If you guys were not aware of that. They're going on private property and being told to stay off of it. Also, too, one thing, I had a conversation with the Atwell man, and when the county widened the roads, that was part of the wind farm, and we were sort of told another story. So that's just basically going out in the public that the widening of the roads was done for the wind farms and nothing else. Thank you.
I'm glad that Atwell knew that because as a county commissioner, I did not.
Well, they did. They write the maps for it now.
They what?
They do all the maps for it. This is out of his mouth. Just like Jay County, same way. 22 foot, take the berms out, let it settle down. This is out of, I got his card, I've talked to him.
I did too, Craig.
Okay.
I talked to the same guy, actually.
Mike.
Yeah. I guess whether it's for the wind farm or not, it benefits the community to have better gravel roads. If that's what they live on, it benefits those people as well. More so than the wind farm company.
Have you seen those gravel roads lately, sir?
Yes, I have. I drive them quite regularly.
Well, I do too, I live on them.
With the rains that we get, that's what gravel roads do. They gorge down the berms when there's no berm there.
I'm aware of that. The fact is that they're surveying and no one from the county told anybody, the residents up there, they're gonna be running around our property.
I'm sorry?
See, no one from the county said that Atwell is gonna be running around our property surveying without permission.
It's not our project.
You signed off on it.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. You didn't. I can say about you, you didn't.
I did not. However, it's a private company that has the same rights as you do as a private company or private property owner to do business in that area. They have signed agreements with property owners up there that they are able to do that work.
But not on participating farm owners.
What rights does surveyors have?
Well, they would have to get permission. to
From the
survey
property owners.
On property owners, yeah, get on private.
Yeah.
Not doing that, there's walk right on and then be told to leave. That's not asking permission.
And if they're asked to leave, did they leave?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, then that's all. That's the same thing as you walking on somebody else's property if you're asked to leave.
Well, I know that.
So I mean, from my gathering from the representative from Atwell that I talked to, he said he's had no problems whatsoever with anyone up there,
I know.
including you.
I know.
And
So I sent out an email, told my boys and people to leave him alone, because he's a nice man.
he seemed to be very.
Life has been a rough one, let's put it that way.
But as far as them working, they didn't have to notify the county because
It's not the county's business.
it's not the
Just let us
county's
know
business.
What's going on when they're running around the trucks on our property.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen one vehicle on private property.
Well, I have mine.
So I'm not saying they haven't been on private property, but I haven't seen one vehicle on private property. Every time I've seen them in the neighborhood, they've been sitting out the edge of the roadway.
They are. But their little feet get on the property.
You said vehicles had been on the private
It
property.
means the company, vehicle, person, whatever.
So they've been very respectful as far as I can see.
They have. I'm not going to stand against anything. The guy's a nice guy out of Chicago. I met him.
So, but, I don't see where it's their place, NextEra or Atwell's place, to notify the county every time they say something or do something.
Okay.
They're a private business, just like any other company in this community.
Construction comes, we have a fun time, I can tell you that.
But as far as the gravel roads are concerned, I would think most residents are very happy that they got what they
Let
got.
them grow right back where they were. We've got 12-foot roads again. If you get on the edge, you go off the edge and get sunk.
Okay.
Are there any other patron concerns? I move for a motion to approve payroll and claims.
I'll make the motion to approve payroll and claims.
Second.
Been moved to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. I'll approve the motion. We will sign the payroll and claims forms after we have adjourned. I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.